The Zadok calendar is also known as the Dead Sea Scroll calendar, is also known as the Enoch calendar. Now, there are variations to this calendar. First and foremost, if you're following any Enoch calendar, they're never going to be lunar based. They never are. You know why? Because in Enoch 82:6, it says that every year is 364 days long. And then it gives you a 3-year period, a 5-year period, and an 8-year period of time. That is supposed to be what a year is. And obviously, it's going to give you the solar one. 364 is 3 years, it's 1092. But it's also going to give you the lunar one because it's 354. Then a third month after the third year to make it 384. And in 3 years, it's going to be 1092. But that's not what the scripture says. The scripture says that every year from year to year in Jubilees and Enoch is 364 every year from year to year. And if men are not doing it this way, then they are in error. Enoch 82:6. You know how you're in error? Because you're using 12 lunar months and a 13th lunar month here and there. Now, the reason you're not supposed to do that is because 12 is the operation. 12 is the root of the calendar. There's 12 months. There's 12 solar months. A month does not mean Yereak or Yerak. Okay, it's the same thing without the patak at the bottom. The reason that it's not, and the reason that you cannot use that is because there are 30 days a month. Just like people try to say 360 days a year. Well, that doesn't line up with the lunar calendar, but it does line up with a solar calendar, including the tikufas for the 364. But 360, because every month, every solar pattern is 30 days. From the 4th gate to the 5th gate to the 6th gate, then back around 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way back. There you go. 12 months go through 6 gates. That's what Enoch shows you. Then there are 12 blessed and cursed winds. Does anybody know anything about blessed and cursed winds? Why can't you find a teaching on YouTube or TikTok about the blessed and cursed winds? Is Enoch making this up? Is Enoch a text that is unreliable and made up by somebody and it never had any Hebrew roots to begin with? Well, let's test it out. Go to the blessed and cursed winds. Apply that to the calendar. The first month is cursed. The second month is blessed. The third month is cursed. The fourth month is cursed. The fifth month is blessed. The sixth month is cursed. The seventh month is cursed. The eighth month is blessed. The ninth month is cursed. The 10th cursed. 11th blessed. 12th cursed. Where is there room for a 13th month? If you have to use a 13th month, which wind are you going to use? Because all the winds belong to the months. Go to the plagues in Exodus, where you will see, check the Septuagint, not the Masoretic, but check the Septuagint because it uses the east wind. And so unless you have a chart of how the winds actually work, which I do have a chart and can show you, Enoch is not a made up book. It's either the real deal or it's not, because we do find these winds in the scripture, in the book of Exodus. The wind that brought the locust is a cursed wind from the 7th month. And guess what? Keep reading in the calendrical months about the blessings and cursings and what they bring, and you will find locust as one of the cursed wind product to produce. And so in the Exodus, the first month is cursed and receiving cursed winds from the 7th month, because it takes about 6 months for them to circle around. And so the entire Exodus, according to Enoch, and in that chapter of Enoch talking about blessed and cursed winds, is entirely why the Exodus happened. So either Enoch is made up, or people that actually know the Torah very, very well, that can't make this connection, don't know the Torah very, very well at all. So a fake book is not going to make sense out of the real book. Okay? I can't just invent a book and try to pull ideas out and create something that is going to be spectacular. There wouldn't be an option for me to do that. So Enoch must be talking about something that is incorporated into the scriptures that nobody out here, none of you Hebrew roots, none of you guys have made any connections to the cursed and blessed winds being part of the calendar. None of you lunar followers that incorporate Enoch as supporting a lunar calendar have done so. You have failed very bad, because you're following it wrong. Enoch 82:6 tells you. On top of that, Okay, the blessed and cursed winds. There are 12. There are 12 constellations. There's 12 months a year. There is no 13th month. Okay, and in case you didn't know, all the feasts, especially the Zadok feast, if you have everything, even the 4 fasts, all that stuff attached to the Zadok calendar. Every time there is a cursed month is when the feast take place, or any amount of fasting takes place. In the blessed months, there isn't anything happening. Only the Feast of New Wine in the blessed month of the 5th month, and if you count second Passover. Other than that, nothing happens in the blessed month. There's no feast days, no nothing. All the cursed months, there's always something happening. You know why? Because in the cursed months is when you're supposed to dedicate yourself to God for the feast, right? So that the cursed winds pass over you. So, I'm going to just stop with that.